Here we go again. Ducking down out of the wind. Well, it's me, Charlie. I'm in the woods, New Hampshire. And I just creeped up over the top of this, heading down into that. I believe that's north, and the wind is tearing up at me. So we'll point in that direction. I have metal detector with me, and last time I was out here and I was leaving the woods from that cellar hole where we found some things, looking in this direction, it looked different. And obviously I did not have the time then to go look, but we do today. And so quite often I have to repeat myself because we may have new people tuning in who have no idea what we're doing, but we're going looking for old home sites. And everything out here has been colonial, no doubt, mid-1700s, maybe up to 1800. So abandoned farms well over 200 years ago, and deserted ever since, with the exception of some logging that's happened, people hunting, and people like us out here. So with the start of this, it's up over that thing and curious. 1575. That's got to be 1600 feet. Be interesting to see where we end up at the bottom. So that's where I'm going. Back down that side, and we'll see what's over there. Still going down, but I think I see what I was looking for. So as you look and you see all the exposed rocks right here, we have a chunk of wall, and it either starts or ends right there. It doesn't look very long, but it's in the middle of the big square. So the last video, I was way over there detecting at that home site with cellar. And I had done a different kind of arc leaving, as I usually do, just so I can see more ground. And I spotted this. I mean, we are way out back. That's why I took the climb up over that, just to cut it off. Amazingly, I landed right where I wanted to be. And so that was about a 300-foot drop and a 35-minute hike. That's how far I go out by myself. We've just started. We're only at the starting point. Alright, let's see how long this wall is and try to figure out why it is where it is. Especially since this side is just awful. This side is slightly better, if it's a side. And that's the end of our wall. A 100 and some odd feet, and that's it. So, why is that? Actually, what is that right there? Oh, it corners. Not much of a wall though. It's one layer, 2 layers maybe? Huh. I think it's gone. That's it. So it's the same length on either side. That's strange. It's just an inverted L. Well, because I'm facing the sun, and notice the wall right in line with the sun. Well, somebody did that for a reason. And again, we are way out from the established site over there. This is the kind of stuff that gets me out here every day. Yep, we can go to a spot and detect, find things, but it's me wanting to know what is beyond where I can see that does it. And the bits and pieces of the puzzle left behind. That's a nice old tree down there, and they get you sometimes. I think it's a down birch. I thought it was more wall. But it just keeps dropping in this direction. Beauty. Oh yeah, seeing wall again. Actually, I might be heading right for a proper break. Yeah, the land funneled me down to the wall right here where there is a break in it. Oh, I wonder if this is a bridge. It most certainly is. Well, that's interesting. So, leaving the upside down L, just following the natural corridor, it brought me right down to this. Crazy, right? So from where we were to here, there was a purpose and traffic. You don't build bridges for one trip. Amazing though, you can't even see, you know, traces of a cart path, wagon trail, anything. And this looks small, which is better than large. And if you look from this side, look how clear the cart path, wagon trail is. We're going that way. Our path has led us into another little square, but this one definitely has field stones from working the land. And if you look at the edge on that side where it's more predominant, it was fed from that side. Well, kind of hard to see it with that tree down, but it's about 4 feet wide and all small rocks. Doesn't really look like worked land over there, but we're here. Turn the machine on, see if we hear anything. Upper 20s, that's nail. Well, there's nails out here. A horseshoe. small one. So I was over there. There were two little squares, very nicely worked, but I wasn't finding anything, just hearing nails, so I made my way back across the bridge to here. To me, it looks like they came from this side and worked over there, so I don't know. That's the first thing I found. And an oxen shoe. There's definitely a small concentration of nails where I've walked into. Oh, wow. That was unexpected. It's a two-prong fork. That is hundreds of years old. Wow. When you look at it again, there's actually still a bit of the handle left. I don't know if that's wood, which would be remarkable, or if it's bone. But that was all worth the walking. See, you just never know out here. So, horseshoe, oxen shoe, and definitely some nails. And like I said, I've come back across the brook to where that inverted L is right over there. This just looked better. And that is fantastic. Whoa! That is a big chunk of glazed pottery. Wow. Things happening here, or happened here. Well, I think I was clipping a nail, but it led us to that. I think we'll stay here for a few. Well, this one could be problematic with that. Oh yeah, right in the tree. Sounds like it's right there. I think it's a little buckle. The root is growing right through it. Well, it is another find. It's just not coming out of there. Then again, the tree's dead. Yep. Wow. Very cool. That is loud. What does it say, 76? I put my pack on and figured I'd start fanning my way away from the hot spot, or the nail spot. There has been no modern junk out here yet. Another oxen shoe. God, that sounded beautiful. We'll take it. Time to go. I have the big hike out. Well, that was a very cool, offbeat, odd kind of spot. Somebody was doing something there hundreds of years ago. I don't know what. Looks like they didn't finish, as usual, but we never would have found it if we didn't go looking. That's what we do. All right. See you next time.